Welcome back to another episode or video rather of AshleySheCooks. Today we are making some lasagna, and I will say that I don't usually crave lasagna often. I probably crave lasagna maybe twice a year, and in this particular time I was like, yo, I want some lasagna and I'm ready for it. So basically, a lot of the ingredients here I did use, with the exception of the tomato paste and the chopped garlic. I did not use the chopped garlic or the tomato paste. I ended up just keeping the sauce as is and not adding more garlic flavor to it. And that kind of happens. I am cooking, and then as I'm cooking, I'm deciding and changing what I want to use. I did add some spinach to the lasagna meat sauce, and I did add like some Mexican cheddar jack. So those are the two ingredients that you will not see here, but I did add later. This is something that I did not know. I basically am still learning how to make certain things, certain techniques, but I read on the box that you should add a little bit of olive oil to prevent the noodles from sticking, and that was something new to me. It definitely helped. I definitely cooked way too much pasta, as you will see later, but like I was like, I might need all of this, and I definitely did not. So I went ahead and seasoned my meat. You want to make sure that your meat is seasoned, okay? We love the flavors. We're all for flavor. I decided to go ahead and cook in multiple pans, so in the background you'll kind of see the onions sauteing. If I did it in one pan as I go, I would literally be making this lasagna forever, and I just was like, no, y'all are about to just get this view. I decided to start with my Italian pork sausage first because that takes the longest to cook, and ground beef, you can basically eat that rare, so I was like, I'm gonna cook that last. One thing that I like to do is, like, if I see that it's lacking in seasonings, I just kind of add that while it's cooking. Sometimes I rather just not season it enough and then kind of taste the flavors as I go. You definitely want to put your ground beef on a napkin just to absorb all the grease before you put it in the meat sauce, because listen, it's going to be too greasy and it's not going to be appetizing. As I mentioned earlier, I kind of wanted to add some spinach last minute, so I did saute it for a little bit. You will notice that it will cook in the oven, so it will not have this rich green color. So if you honestly want to add spinach, then just skip the sauteing part and just throw it in there because it will cook in the oven, but I kind of like the flavor of it when it's sauteed. This was something new for me as far as adding egg to your cheese mixture. This might be common sense, but I've never like actually watched my mom make lasagna. So I was just like looking up recipes and they mentioned egg and I was like, what for? And so I just kind of read up on it and I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So yeah, I added some egg to the cheese mixture with the ricotta, and I also added the other cheeses and a little bit of parsley flakes just for flavor. And so the importance of basically adding the egg is so that the cheese can stick together, and once you're cutting the lasagna into slices, it will actually conform and not be all, I don't know the word, but like, you know, when you're taking a grilled cheese apart, it won't be like that. It'll actually be one big piece of lasagna. So while I was layering the lasagna, I definitely did the first part wrong, okay? It's noodles, cheese, meat mixture with the sauce, extra cheese, more noodles. But it doesn't matter, it's just for me. This isn't a video to strive for perfection, and I'm telling you, this lasagna was still bussin'. For the top layer, I added some sauce as well, and then I put it in the oven at 350 for maybe about 20 minutes. So while the lasagna was cooking, I decided that I also wanted a Sicilian chopped salad. And basically a Sicilian chopped salad is just a bunch of chopped ingredients with a kind of romaine lettuce mixture, and it's delicious, okay? So essentially I chopped up all my ingredients. I did get chickpeas and I fried the chickpeas for a little bit, and then I put it on a paper towel to get all the grease off before I added it to my salad. So after the 20 minutes, I did take the lasagna out, sprinkled some more cheese on top, and then I put it right back in there for maybe another 10 to 15 minutes. I seasoned my lettuce and I did not put any salt because the olives are already salty and the salami salty, so I just didn't want an overly salted salad. So I went ahead and mixed up my ingredients with my lettuce. I definitely didn't put that much cheese. I used the Italian style cheese, the same one that I used in the lasagna. And I didn't add that much because I'm not gonna get to the entire salad today. And so I was like, I can add that later. So then I made some dressing from scratch. I will link the recipe in the description because I basically followed everything from this recipe to the T. And personally, I think it's really the red wine vinegar that I didn't like. I tried it. I think the red wine vinegar is just like not for me. And I think the idea was there, and I won't probably use this recipe again. But if you like red wine vinegar, I highly suggest it. For the next day with my salad, I did just do like a lemon vinaigrette kind of mixture. I literally just did olive oil and some lemon juice and some salt, pepper, and that was it. And it was like actually pretty perfect. So this is the result of the lasagna. Definitely a little bit on the crispier side at the top. That's natural. That's going to happen. The edges are going to be a little crispier because it is exposed. So if you want, I don't actually know if you should because I'm not an expert at all in cooking lasagna, you can put aluminum foil maybe to kind of make the top part a little less crispy. But once again, not a lasagna expert, but I think that it makes a little sense. More cooking videos to come, and I hope to see you next time. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.